for number 14, I spent like way too long thinking that you guys set up the bounds wrong. And I finally realized, well, bounds are probably right. So I started integrating it. And you get to this step where you're having to do a U substitution with cos theta. And cos theta is 0 pi over 2 and negative pi over 2. So this area right here that you get is from 0 to 0. So it's like essentially like that area that should be there is disappearing. When you graph sine cubed theta, it looks like this. And so from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, it looks like an equal positive negative area cancel out. So the way to remedy this, I thought of two ways. You could either double the value from 0 to pi over 2, or obviously reverse, or you could shift the function to cosine cubed over 3. And essentially, I just move it right over here, and you just get one full area underneath. So then when you do it, you resolve that issue, and you end up getting pi over 3 minus 4/9. And so there were these two sections that were hugging this cylinder in that quarter of a sphere. And so they probably, I'd assume, have areas of 2/9, which is kind of interesting. So I guess the lesson is that you gotta be careful with your use of, because sometimes that will cause issues. Does that make sense to everybody?
What are the bounds? Like, aren't those the same bounds that we had before?
Yeah, these are the bounds. You guys just, there's this step right here where you're solving it, and the only way forward is using a U substitution. And this area, sine cubed theta from pi over 2 to negative pi over 2, this area isn't 0, even though it kind of looks like it when you do the integral because of issues. I mean, just something you just told me when I was actually putting up the problem that, like, when it's solving it back here, you're getting pi over 3, but when you plug it into a calculator, this is the number. At least you said you got a different number. I don't know if you said this number.
I don't remember exactly.
The issue is, like, no matter what integral you set up on the inside, calculating it from 0 to 0 is not going to give you that. So that's where our area is going to disappear. That's why we're only getting pi over 3. I did it both ways and I got the same answer. I can calculate it, I guess, after one move on. Do you have a question?
I just, Gabrielle, I think you said after last time.
Yeah.
To finish it, you got the same answer. Do you want to add anything?
No, it's just that, like, at the time when we did the U substitution, we just messed like the bounds, so like the initial bounds were correct, but when we did the substitution, we messed with that. Well, I don't say messed with that, so yeah, I guess your lesson is one to be careful with U substitution. I feel like especially after
Especially with trig, I think.
yeah, after you like thought so hard on the other part, you're like, okay, it's gonna be easy. Just be careful.